Hi, John and Nicole here at Len Busch. We're here today to talk to you about our 2012 Hydroponic Tulips. That's right, I said hydroponic. This year is the first year that Len Busch is going to be growing our tulip crop completely in water. Couple things. What that means to the customer, and then what that means for the system of tulips really mean to you. What we feel like is that this is providing not only a cleaner, and cleaner I mean a lot of times when we were growing in soil, you would get your tulips and you might have to wash the stems because the soil that it was grown in would come up and be dirty on the stems. So this is going to provide you with cleaner stems. It also is a lighter process, more environmentally friendly.
You can see that the tulips are placed bulb by bulb onto these tiny little spikes. They're just lined in these trays, these especially designed trays that are just for this purpose. They're a tray that allows us to stick the bulb on there and it holds it until it's ready to be harvested ultimately when it's done. This is the process that fills the tin trays with water. You can see that Oscar just put a whole pallet of finished trays onto that little holder. Now he's going to slide in the watering mechanism. Oh, actually what he's doing, this is how the water is changed after 3 days. That whole pallet was put on there and you can see that the water is just tipped and dumped out, because one of the processes that's very important is after 3 days of rooting, all the water has to be exchanged. So that's what that device that I think we built here on site was designed to do. Strictly just to take a pallet and tilt it like that without upsetting all of the tulip bulbs themselves, so that we can replace all the water. It's then stacked onto a pallet where we cool it for a certain amount of time so it begins to root. And what happens is that we will check the roots day by day to see when there's enough root for it to get out into the greenhouse to be forced. And these are tulips that have just recently been forced within the last couple of days, and they will progress all the way to maturity, and they are actually forced by variety by the exact day they need to, based on when we want them to flower. When the tulips are harvested, you can see that Lucinda pulls the entire plant with the bulb and the roots, and you can see those healthy roots on the bottom of the plant, and then she will place those in that curver on the trolley, and when the curver gets full enough, she'll just fill up another one. Those trolleys will travel to the end of the bed and eventually get into the cooler. But it's a much easier process than pulling the same plant from soil or any other media that we know of. You can see she just takes the ones that are at the right stage and harvest them quickly. Also, she's able to harvest many more of that particular curver at one time. They're almost all ready at the same time. You can see in this curver, she's only left a couple of blooms in there, a couple of plants in there. That curver should be holding between about 100 to 115 individual plants. So it's just a much more efficient way, and they grow much more uniformly. Here we are in our picking cooler, and this is finished bunches of our water tulips, and we're just really excited about them, and we're hoping that you'll see the advantages we think we're going to be able to provide you with this system in 2012. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.